Oh, no drink.
So is this one of your paintings, Karl?
Yeah. And? Any comment?
And it was done in Australia?
No, for sure not. I cannot be so happy in Australia.
It looks like opal.
Opal? But we have opal in Germany.
Do you?
Yes, the cars. Looks like an opal. Thank you. No, this is 5 years ago in Berlin.
Not in Mexico.
No.
With the peyote.
Maybe that's the result of it.
Anyway, I get it. Well, I get the book.
You get the book?
Yes.
You got the book now?
I got the book, not the teaching.
Okay.
It's the same as the European edition, right? This is your first book.
Yeah. The same as an American.
Yeah.
But are they arrived now? No.
Yeah.
With this lady.
Oh, that's something.
So is this the one you wanted to call the first sip of coffee?
No. That's the second one. That's 8 days in Tiro. Yeah, in Russia they call it the next sip of coffee. The Russians, the only one, Konstantin, is doing what I say. The other ones want to call it heartbreaking grace.
Yeah, well, that's got a little certain twist to it.
Twist? Huh? No, it doesn't fit to me. That's why it doesn't come out. That's why it doesn't come out. Because for 1.5 years now, the Indian publisher wants to just cannot get it out. Always something happens, so now I dropped it. Now you can download it on the web page. There it's called 8 days in Tiro. Day by day. Unedited. Just word by word. Only the names of the people are changed.
Your name too? Or?
My name too. Carlito.
Carlito. Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
Spelled with a C.
You can do it as you like. Sounds the same. Okay, that was books. Then we can start with something else. Any?
Karl, when you talk about energy, it sounds to me as if energy it is something, not nothing, not the nominal. I don't refer to the concept energy, just as it is.
No, the nature of energy. I talk about the nature of energy.
So the nature of everything is the nominal.
Yeah, but consciousness, energy, call it God, call it whatever. Names are fleeting. Even nature, the nature of nature, you have to say. The essence of essence. So it's, you can go on and on and on, and you always say, no, that's not it. No.
And regarding the action is reaction.
That what is action.
Yes, that what
The
is
nature of action.
This is energy.
That you can call the nature of energy. Or the nature of
and
truth.
This is the only action that
That is that what is action.
yes.
And that what is action
And
doesn't know.
everything is just a reaction.
And from that what is action, only reactions coming. The action is never moving. And the reaction is are reflections, like, from that what is light. So all the reflections you can experience, but not that what is reflecting itself. So the reflector already is a reflection of that what is reflecting itself. So the cognizance is already the recognition. And then the recognition, recognizing. So call it energy, and I just say call it energy because that what is energy has no energy. That's why I like this concept. That what has no energy cannot help itself. There's a helplessness of energy, helplessness of life.
But where it's really, where do I fall is that I know, because I'm not a physician, physics.
Didn't find it.
No.
They don't find. They
Because
never
when
found.
they speak about the smallest particles.
Goes
yes.
deep, goes smaller and smaller and smaller. Now there are strings and then there are
Yes.
cellos and then whatever. No, since now they couldn't find energy. They only can find information of it or reflections of it. Effects of energy, but not energy. So that's why I call it the energy, which is action which cannot be found anywhere. It's always there, but you cannot find it. The moment you
Maybe
look
we
at
still cannot find it, but maybe.
no, you cannot be found.
No.
If it could be found, there would be two.
Yes.
Thanks God it cannot be found. Thanks God it cannot be experienced. No, hallelujah. Impossible that energy can experience energy. Energy experiencing energy is already the reflection of itself. That's a good news.
The same news.
No, that's very good news. There is no news for what you are.
Yes.
That's the best news. Because if you would be something new, you could get old again. No. You neither get new, so you cannot get old. So that's a good news.
That's a good news. You have to tell it to the body.
Especially for the body. Hello, you're young as ever. Never aged. So even the body doesn't have, there is no age for anything. This is pure, this is energy in the nature of this body, and the energy is not aging, never comes, never goes. Maybe the wrinkles. And who has the wrinkles anyway?
So the reflection, if you said the body is aging, and the reflection is aging, the reaction, so it's not aging.
Even that is not aging, it's just a different reflection. You have to make a concept of age to call it aging.
Yeah.
If you don't know what is youth, then you don't know what is old.
Right.
You always want a reference point of one who is born, then you think, if you age, then you're aging, and then it's already too late. And then you're born, you're already too old. You look old. You really look old when you get born. Coming out, you really shrink, wrinkles, and then you go back to your natural state. Maybe when you age.
So when you die, you get younger.
Maybe no. That would be something. You can hope.
There was the movie, right? You saw it about this man who was born very, very old, and then he.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot the name.
Benjamin Button.
Button.
No, it was not so bad. Younger and younger, and then he was a baby in the arm of his wife.
His wife, yeah.
So, yeah, any other age question? New Age. 2012 is always famous. Question. No.
2012, what's happening in 2012?
There will be 2012.
2015.
And in Thailand it's 2518 or something. Different number. And in China, it's always the Mayas is there's a joke. There's like a cartoon. It's like someone coming to his master and say, "Master, there is no place on my plate anymore because it ends with 2012. What do you do? Oh, just leave it there. They will wonder about it. There was just no place anymore on the calendar. So it had to end.
Yes, the Mayan calendar.
So what
is
will
that
happen?
what Shiva Shakti is talking about?
What?
Down in Tiru, how it's all going
The
to
calendar
end.
will end. And then you start a new calendar. You just open a new book.
Yeah.
If the one diary is finished, you reach the last page, you just start from the beginning maybe.
Or start from the back or going forward.
You just turn the book to the front page and then you start to read again because you already forgot what is the beginning. Then you start and then at the end you already forgot the story is already infinite all, then you start from the beginning. It's like this moment is the end of the book, and the next moment is the beginning of the book. And the beginning of the book ends with the last moment. An infinite book. So you're really booked out. Totally booked out. No, I say this is, if I ask me if I see it, it's like this moment is the last page of that absolute book you are, your manifestation. And the next moment is the beginning, but the last moment was the end of the book. So every moment is the beginning and the end of existence, of the manifestation of existence. Always the absolute end and the absolute beginning. Infinite now.
So is that an experience for you?
No, it's just silence. It's just nothing ever happened, because that what is now starting, it's ending there where it starts. Silence. That's silence. It's not an experience. That's just what it is.
But who says there's an end and a beginning?
I say it and forget it right away. You ask me that then I get to give you an answer, but what I am never needs that question and the answer. So never ending, never starting question answer. There's no who says it, it's just a loudspeaker who pronounces something. So I don't have any idea, I don't have to defend what I said, because what I am never said anything. So you can take it or not, there's absolutely no one who cares if you understand it or not, or if you think that's right or wrong. I just pronounce it. In spite of any idea of right and wrong, it's just one, just spits it out. Something else from Sydney.
Not right now.
Not right now. Now later.
Maybe the next moment, the end of the next moment.
Okay. It will come. Yeah, something else from the now?
Can you speak about the everlasting experience of trying to cling to something? Trying to cling to something, even sitting here.
Yeah. It's a natural tendency.
The phantom wants to cling to anything, to experience, to everything.
That's why I call him Klingon. The Klingons.
Yes.
He has to cling on to something. He needs to survive. Come on. It's like an octopus with infinite arms and tentacles and always clinging on to something. Holding. Yeah, you want to keep it. You want to put it in your basket of. What else can you do? It's like you're, as I said days ago, it's like you are a born hunter and collector. And you want to hunt the best. And finally you want to hunt enlightenment, because you think enlightenment is the biggest whatever. What you can hunt, and then when you have enlightenment, then you will be happy ever after. Yes, that's an idea of enlightenment, that you become one who is ever happy. And that makes you unhappy, because it never happens.
Continual orgasm.
To what?
Continual orgasm.
No, that would be not enough.
That's not enough.
No.
It's not enough. It
That
cannot
would-
be continual anyway.
No. Even if that would be the orgasm, the ecstasy would not be enough. After a while you would be bored by the ecstasy.
Yes, and you want to,
And then you want to be more.
yeah.
No, the ecstasy is not enough.
So maybe you develop an intricate, איך אומרים נשק? Weapon. To kill.
A weapon. Yeah,
You want to kill.
the only, I'm here sitting you. I'm sitting here to tell you, kill whatever can be killed by being.
Kill.
Yeah, no, I cannot make you the killer. You have to be the killer. But being the killer is being what you are. Just by being what you are, you kill all the ideas of what you are and what you're not. You are the absolute killer, but I cannot make you the killer. You have to be the absolute killer. And the absolute killer is that what is life itself. By being life itself, it doesn't know any life anymore. Just by being what it is, it kills all the artificial life. Be the killer, be the absolute assassin for whatever idea you imagine to be. No one can kill you. But you, just by being what you are, you kill everything. Every idea of a second, of the first, or whatever you imagine is killed instantly. In one split second.
But I'm not the ultimate killer.
You are the ultimate. You are the ultimate killer. You pretend. No, because you want to kill the phantom. You become a phantom.
Yes.
You are in spite of the phantom anyway, and be in spite of the phantom. You kill the phantom, because the phantom is only alive because you want to kill the phantom. So you are self-guilty. You cannot blame anyone.
I don't blame.
Yeah.
No, I'm not to blame.
But it's a joke. You want to. You think you can only be what you are when the phantom is gone, and that makes yourself a phantom who is depending on the phantom who has to go for you. What a joke, huh?
Yes, it's a joke.
Life itself thinks
the tragic joke.
it's a drama. Yeah, when you are Rama, you are in a drama.
Yeah,
The Rama drama.
Even the drama of Rama being taught by...
Yeah, the King Rama, that's the drama of Rama.
The embodiment of God is being taught.
Yeah, if you're the embodiment of what you are in you are Rama, then you're in the drama. You, what you are, has no body. There is no body. But any moment you're embodied in whatever idea, in image, you're in a drama. The drama of Rama. And in Germany, it's Rama called margarine.
What?
It's a brand, margarine.
Margarine?
Yeah, it's not butter. It's just
Margarine.
an artificial butter.
Yes, also
Or back in Germany, butter is butter. Butter, the real thing, butter. But when you are margarine, then you are and marga means too slim. It's just artificial. So, but to be Buddha makes you whatever. But not knowing Buddha, huh? The moment you know Buddha, there's two Buddhas too many. So what is a Buddha field? I like this Buddha field because when there is Buddha, there is no feeling. That's a Buddha field. Buddha cannot be felt in that what is Buddha. So there's the absence of feeling or any idea of feeling what you are. There's a contactlessness, there's a whatever, connectionlessness. That's a Buddha field. There is no two in that Buddha field. So there is no feeling of Buddha. I like English words, it's very nice. So you're imagining that you will have to feel yourself to be yourself. What an idea,
I
huh?
see the absurd in the still.
Absurd, yeah, it's totally absurd. What can make you so dumb? As I say every day, only you fall in love with yourself. Now you are as dumb that you want to know the beloved. And you cannot change it. What to do? The love affair is there. So, there's passion in that love affair, but no compassion. There's no compassion in that passionate love affair. Compassion is your nature, but in compassion there is no others.
Yes.
But if there is others and there's a lover and the beloved, there is passion, but no compassion. Fantastic. So when there is compassion, there are no others, and when there is passion, there are others. And passion means suffering. For yourself. What an idea. You suffer for yourself. Ay. Tja. What else I cannot do? Anything from the back seats? And even if you try to stop the passion, you are passionate for stopping the passion.
It's the same.
Infinite joke. You wish not to wish. You would laugh not to laugh. So you start hating loving. You're fed up with love, but still it's there.
Yes.
You can never be fed up with loving. My goodness. Never ending story, yeah? Anjali? Out of love you want to kill your beloved. If there would not be any beloved, I would be better off. Huh? You want to kill yourself even, because you start to become nothing. You try to become nothing. Huh? Even that is like a suicide attempt. A dead wish. You want to become nothing. Because something is too much. So now you want to become nothing. Because you imagine nothing would be better than something. So you make out of nothing even something. Isn't it fun?
Yeah, it's great fun. Especially when the other is in this state.
Then emptiness comes, and then you see think emptiness would be the answer. So there only would be emptiness. The absence would. If I would not be present, then I would be better off. In the absence would be my whatever, nirvana. The absence of suffering, the absence of seeking, then I would be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another concept.
And then, you always postpone, and then, if. Huh? That's a cling on. He always has to cling on to the future, whatever. Making something better then. He will never stop that. The phantom is doing it, naturally. He's the member of the difficult. He lives from differences, and he has to make a difference. You cannot even blame him. This is the ghost wants to become real. How can you blame a phantom who wants to become real? The unreal always has a tendency that it needs to be real. But it will never become real. You have just see it. There will not be any. Never ending, no happy end inside. Thanks God there is no happy end. Imagine happiness could end. Happy end. But everyone is imagining there should be a happy end, like in a movie. There will be a final scene, and then there's the names will be all shown, and then you will be the leading role, and then there's and then the film is over, and then you're at home, and you just go home and be happy. Like this body is gone, and then I go home and be happy. Many ideas. Yeah. What else? Vikram. Yeah. As much as you like.
What is that state that usually talks about a lot, that he calls like the natural state or the natural land, when like society and culture and caste is all like being burned out and
Yeah.
it's just like a total standing alone?
Ramana calls it the natural state too. Being the absolute man. That is, Jesus even called himself like the absolute man. The absolute spirit and the absolute awareness. Being the absolute in whatever. Being that what you are in whatever circumstance. In whatever you are that. There is no second. That's your natural state. That's your nature.
It's not a happy end.
Bitte?
It's not a happy end.
That never started. How can it be a happy end? That is your here and now nature. That's your nature. That's your natural state, here and now, and not in whatever future moment. It was never that what you are. Your natural state never went. It never can come, because it is always there. You're always absolute. You cannot get more absolute. So your natural state is here and now or never. So you are what you are here and now or never. And being just what you are, where are the problems?
There's no happy other than absolute.
Oh, the absolute is happiness. Because the absolute doesn't know any happiness. And by not knowing happiness, there is no unhappy one, that's all. And by there is no unhappy one, that you call happiness. The absence of an unhappy one. But not the presence of happiness. the presence of happiness would be one happiness too many. It's just the absolute absence of anyone who is or is not happy, just by being what you are. As there was never anyone who could be happy or unhappy. There is no one. Never was, never will be. So the absolute absence of any idea of happy or unhappiness, of one who is or is not, that is your natural state. Every deep sleep, every night, you are that deep sleep. There is no one who is happy or unhappy, or enlightened or not enlightened. So enlightenment means just the absolute annihilation of that unenlightened one, who was never there. It never creates any enlightened one. It never creates any happy one. Happy ever after? So be happy that you don't have to be happy. My goodness, there is no need for happiness. No one needs happiness. Drop the bloody happiness and just be what you are. That's your natural state. And that never calls itself anything. You may call it that what is the essence of happiness, because there is no one who needs happiness or knowledge. But knowledge doesn't know knowledge. It just is that what it is. So the absolute absence of the idea of knowledge maybe is your natural state. But that you have to be even in the presence of that idea of knowledge. If you can only be that knowledge you are, in the absence of the idea of knowledge, you will depend on the absence again. You have to be in the presence of the misery of relative knowledge. You say? That was
the collapse of the front door.
the washing machine collapse.
Karl,
The what?
Yeah, something like that.
No, it was outside in the...
Oh,
Karl, and each thought,
Each thought.
Karl, is just being in the thought is the clinging. That's what it is. No, when there is no witnessing, when there is no...
No, it feels like when the seer appears, that the seer is clinging to that what is seen.
Yes.
Automatically.
Yes.
Because they come together.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot divide them.
Yes.
The experiencer and what is experienced come together. Pum, they pop up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Your nature is hard, natural state. And then this wakes up, bum, the scenery is there. And then the seer is totally clinged on to that what is seen. You cannot otherwise. You cannot go to one moment before this moment or one later. You have to be, you cling totally to that now. And the seer, the seeing what is seen is totally, this trinity is there, pang. In no way. So what is there?
The natural state.
That they say the natural state has to be prior or beyond that.
Yes.
Otherwise, there would not even be Trinity. The Trinity can only be there because what you are is prior to that.
It will always be. But
if you're just prior, in spite, that's your natural state. You are in spite of whatever you experience. And first, prior to that first experience of an experiencer, you are. That's all. That's your natural state. Just to be that, what is prior or in spite of the knower who knows or doesn't know. Of that phantom who is happy or unhappy. You are. That never knows any happiness and never knows any unhappiness. There's no question about anything. And that origin of what you are, your natural state, has never any question. There is no question. And there is no need for any answer. And the rest is question answer, like one reaction creates another reaction. Never ending story of reactions. Always why. And the only whatever possible answer to that why is why not. Doesn't matter. Even as a scientist never could find matter till now. Maybe it doesn't matter. The quantum physics, they say, it's always something like a particle or a wave. You never can catch it. Matter cannot be catched, so maybe it doesn't matter. the whole thing. I would say. Yeah, something more from the back seats. Front seats. So back to here, to the balcony seat. Something?
So the idea when they say realize the self, be self-realized, there is no self to be realized. Because
No, to be self-realized is being that what is reality which never needs to realize itself. Just your natural state is reality. You are reality. That is the reality of your the nature of what is. You are that. Your natural state is being reality but doesn't know any reality. And that reality who knows reality is unreal. The reality will never know itself. It's never anything what you can name, frame or anything. That was called the Tao. The Tao can never be named or talked about or defined.
it's very widely expressed, realize the self is part of the underlying.
Yeah, but there's a
which is,
misunderstanding. Raman is always this misunderstanding. No, it's a total misunderstanding. He says you have to realize yourself. But pointing to reality, who has to realize itself? You cannot not realize yourself. Reality is helpless in this way. It cannot not realize itself. Reality and realization is not different. So as the reality never started, realization never started. So you have to realize yourself, moment by moment, that your the nature is realizing its nature in this natural moment. This is the nature of nature. And you cannot not realize yourself. This will never end. This never started as a reality never started. This never stops. There is nothing ever born. Even this moment, the world is never born. So nothing will ever die. So there is no birth and no death in anything. Even this experience of fleeting shadows, they're infinite. Even this moment is infinite. This infinite now. Never born, never dies. It will repeat itself infinitely. And who can take that? Not any relative phantom can take that. But you, just by being what you are, there is nothing to take. You are just that. This is the unbearable lightness of existence. Any moment you want to bear it, you are overloaded.
So understanding this, how is your life being lived? Or how is life being lived through this?
I always say when someone asks, it's like how life is living life as life is living life. Live life as life lives you. Live life as life lives you, because there's no difference. You're living life as life lives you.
So when decisions are to be made,
By life?
For what you are, there's a freedom from choice. There's no chooser. That's the only thing. That there is no chooser. There is no doer. There is none of this. There is all that random, whatever energy, potential. Then now it's realizing itself, moment for moment. So what? The next will be the next. That's all. And as a moment before didn't deliver what you are, the next will not deliver what you are. Thanks God. And I tell you, you should be absolutely happy that what you are cannot be delivered by any whatever next sensational experience. There's a gratitude for, thanks God, I cannot know myself. If God would say something, He would say thanks God, there is no God. If He would say something, I would say. Well, the self would say, thanks God, there is no self. Says the self. This infinite paradox is always there. If it would say something. Or the nature of nature would say, thanks God, there is no nature. Naturally.
So in terms of choices, that means I don't have a choice. It's
You are already too late.
because I'm born and I'm infinite.
Yeah, you're already dead. And if as a corpse, if a corpse has a choice or no choice, who cares?
Yeah, I care.
Yeah, no, only a corpse cares.
Yeah.
But should we care?
I care.
Yeah, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
Now you want me to care.
I just asked if
Yeah,
you may-
but it's like I should care now if you have a choice. No, I don't care. You may have or not have a choice. No one cares.
I just want to
Not even yourself care about if you have or not.
Maybe, yeah. But I
No, what you are doesn't care about that what you think you are having or not having anything. Non-doership is not a doer. Because you want to become a non-doer. You want to have an excuse for that. I have not done it. You could sit there and I was not it. It's not my fault. The infinite excuse is not me. I always get these people around and they make out of non-doership, I'm the non-doer.
Yes.
Oh, I'm really a fan of that. Even the question, do I have or don't, is already too late. The choicelessness of nature doesn't allow anyone who has or doesn't have any choice. There is no owner. That's the main thing. And without the owner, who has and who has not? Who even cares? Now you're an owner. You are an owner of this body, an owner of this relative life. Now you care about your beloved, relative, owned, beloved, whatever. Then you think, if I would not have a choice, I would be better off. You want to make it an advantage.
No, I want to understand.
Yeah, that is an advantage. Because you want to control it. And if I control it, I can handle it. That's a wish of understanding. You want to control it. For what else? It's like another tool of controlling. Understanding. That's all.
But control, in your terms, must be a concept of action and reaction.
Yeah, you do it. You
Not
just do it.
totally control.
No. You make it an action-reaction.
Yeah, that's what the...
No. There is no cause and effect. There's only effect. And if there's only effect, who cares?
But the effect does become the cause for the next effect.
He thinks he is the cause, and now
Effect becomes the cause for the next effect.
he as an effect wants to be the cause. He has this devil inside who thinks he is so arrogant that he thinks he has done or not done something. Now because he is a devil and created his own hell of now suffers about that he has done something. Now he wants to have a way out. The devil wants to get out of hell, but I don't care about the devil, because where there's a devil, there's hell, naturally. And the devil having or not having free will, a devil having no free will is still a devil. He just is excusing himself, but I'm not guilty for the hell.
Non-doer devil.
A non-doing devil. A non-thinking thinker.
Non-seeking seeker.
Yeah, a not seeking seeker too. A non-seeking seeker, non-thinking thinker, and I'm not feeding that idea. I have no interest in that. I don't want to help anyone feeling better. Help me God. I would, if there is a tendency, I want to put the devil even in a deeper hell. If I could do that, but I cannot do it. It's already in the deepest hell of ever, in the hell of separation. And the hell of separation, which means like being in the hell of being separate from what you are, this misery is already enough. So. And then being in the misery of being guilty or not guilty is still misery. No. No, it's not about having or not having.
It was just about the dynamics and
Dynamics?
the dynamics.
Dynamic meditation or?
No, I have the feeling that your is very dynamic.
It's always changing.
Yeah, this is what I say.
I'm like a monkey going through the jungle of concepts and just leaving one concept for the other one and not caring to leave something behind and take just the next one as something else, and the next one will be gone and then the next comes. And no one cares about if it's true concept or not. It's just one like little liane to the next liane, and you're just in infinite jungle and you're like Tarzan looking for Jane. Like image, like this nice image, huh? Going through the concept and you're looking for your beloved, for Jane. You're like Tarzan going through the jungle. And Jane you cannot find Jane. Your soulmate, where's my soulmate? Where's my beloved? Myself. First you make it a relative one, like a different one, and then you think if you look for yourself in it, it may be a better beloved, because the relative beloved didn't whatever deliver what is promised. Now you look for the absolute beloved. So another banana, that's all for the monkey mind. They even call it the absolute banana. It becomes a banana. So if I sit in Tiruvannamalai, I talk to always these Ramana disciples, and they, because now I say you're in the Ramana banana business or what? You want to become like Ramana. Now Ramana becomes a banana. You make him an object of desire. Oh, unbelievable, huh? Then you ask, how did Ramana live? What did he do? Did he ever kill an animal, or did he eat some? No, he didn't eat meat. He was a vegetarian. Do I have to be a vegetarian to be what I am? Oh. Do I have to be peaceful? Can I ever be as peaceful as Ramana? All this comparing yourself to another body, huh? His story. This is a Klingon of your story clinging onto another story, and comparing your story with another story. How is he living his life? Or how did he live his life? What is his whatever? Do I have to sit 10 years in the cave? Really? Do I really have to sit for what I am? You always compare, and you think there is some tools, there is some secret behind it, and you can, by whatever, repeating someone's life, that you get the same result. Impossible. Or repeating one's understanding. It's not working. I like it.
But we do it, and you know, even that we do it, you know, it's the misery of reality.
Is what?
The misery.
The misery of
No, it's an unavoidable stupidity in the way you realize yourself. You cannot avoid.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid ignorance. Because you are ignorance. When there's ignorance, you are ignorance. You cannot avoid ignorance. You are this Trinity. You are the seer. You are the seeing. You are what can be seen. You are that. So if there's ignorance, I agree, this is ignorance, because this is an experience of separation. This cannot be knowledge. But you cannot avoid it because you are it. So the nature of ignorance is knowledge, you can say, or your natural state is being absolute ignorant when there's ignorance, and being absolute knowledge when there's knowledge. The absence of ignorance. So you're in the presence and the absence of whatever. And you have to be in any whatever what you are. If you only can be in a special, you are the devil. That's why I call whoever can only be in peace of mind by having no free will. Having no free will, having a peace of mind, having no free will, is a fake one. It's maybe a temporary little better hell. Why not? It comes and goes. It feels good for a while, and then it's whatever. The passion comes again, and then you are passionate for some ever, and then the next lover comes around the corner, and you fall in love with some other object, and you're in the same bullshit again. No way out. Or you realize something, you have a deep understanding, and then comes the next master and says, oh, that was just the beginning. Just watch me. But you were just so comfortable in your understanding. Tja, what else? Huh?
Karl, there's a beautiful African saying which says the best way to catch a bird is to sprinkle salt on its tail.
In Germany we do that.
Yeah, but
On rabbits.
on rabbits. But the whole idea here being that you cannot sprinkle salt till you've already caught it. So
Yeah.
you don't think about catching it, you concentrate on sprinkling the salt on its tail.
Yes.
You'll end up catching it without.
Yeah.
I get a feeling that's what you're doing with us.
The same with the rabbit,
That's exactly
because
what you're doing.
the rabbit is very fast, like you're sinking, and if you're catching by being that what is mind, you don't mind. That is catch. It's like the intellect gets sharp enough that it cuts itself by being itself. Consciousness, by understanding whatever consciousness, is just being consciousness, and then there is no consciousness anymore. That's a realization of consciousness, but in that there is no one who is conscious or unconscious. You are consciousness, but then you don't know any consciousness. So if this is like your intellect becomes intellect, but there is no one who has intellect. When you are intellect, you don't know intellect, you are intellect. Then everyone asks, why can you talk so fast and blah? When you are intellect, no problem. If you have intellect, you are always too slow. You want to have a filter, you want to say the right thing, you have to, whatever, is that the right concept, anything. Intellect doesn't care. It just spits out whatever comes. It's a verbal diarrhea. Because there's no concept in intellect of good and bad. Or in consciousness. It just comes out. Or of a high truth or low truth, or this is right or wrong, so saying, right, it just comes out. Or not. It cannot be quiet. It's just acting.
Truth doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. If the truth is really, doesn't matter. There's no truth. This is entertainment of words. They just flow like you are the flow. And the flow cannot get more or less by the way the flow is flowing. When you are intellect, you cannot get more or less intellect. You are intellect. But if you are intellectual, if you have intellect, then you always want to be more intellectual and more understanding and blah blah blah. If you are wisdom, you have no wisdom. You are wisdom. You have nothing to lose. If you are a wise guy, a man of wisdom, oh my goodness. Like in whatever Upanishads, it clearly say, if there's a Jnani who knows to be Jnani, there's for sure Jnani too many. And the master who knows to be a master, for sure, he has to meet his master. I like the Upanishads. It's a treasure. You just have to, I cannot invent anything new. I just can repeat myself infinitely. And I don't have to invent anything new because I cannot be new. Whatever is said is already said infinite times and pronounced anything. So there's no original saying. Everything is original. What to do, huh?
Nothing to do.
Everything to be done, but nothing is done by it. Yes and no. You can do whatever, but nothing is done by it. Say whatever can be said, but nothing is said by it. This is silence and not being quiet. Say words flowing out and nothing is said by it, but not sitting somewhere quiet and thinking because I don't say something I'm maybe a better whatever. I can be quiet. I achieved something. I don't have to. I don't have to think. I'm a non-thinker. Or I have no mind. Who has no mind? My mind. Never mind this bullshit. Whoever claims whatever is one claimer too many, that's all. Letting claim and claiming he has something and having something is hell. Any ownership is hell. Though I call it ownership. Because whatever you can own, the owner is already shit, the owning is shit, and what can be owned is shit. Being what is shit. That is shit. But shit cannot be owned by shit. So whatever there is an owner is a shit owner owning shit. Sat Chit Ananda. If you make it a concept, it becomes Sat Chit Ananda. Sat doesn't know Sat. Chit doesn't know Chit. Ananda doesn't know Ananda. But if you think you can get Sat Chit Ananda, then you're after shit.
This is the name for your next book.
The what?
The name for your
Next book, yeah. Sat Chit Ananda. Let's see. Naja. The next book in Russia is called Tao de Négligé. Négligé. Tao de te négligé. You know négligé? Yeah, little nothing.
Neglected.
Neglected, totally to nothingness. I like it.
I thought it was a sip of coffee, no? The next one.
The next sip of coffee was the one before. That is what is the third one now.
Oh, okay.
It's already
A
written.
little too early, too late, you know, as usual every time.
Yeah, you are. Hey, Jew. Yeah, something else, Martin.
Somebody said something yesterday, probably me. It's not so clear, but at that moment it not being so clear, it's me again trying to understand it, I'm trying to pick it up, so it seems that it's not possible, is it?
What?
To understand. Like
How can you not understand? You have to understand that you didn't understand what you didn't understand. You already understood. How can you talk about not to know? You have to know what you don't know. Otherwise you cannot even say I don't know. You're pretending not to know, that's all.
it's like
You're pretending not to understand. Because you have to understand what you don't understand before you can say I didn't understand.
it shouldn't be so difficult.
The what?
It shouldn't be so difficult, you're right.
You are making it difficult because you're pretending to be a member of that cult.
Right. Yeah.
You're in the Tom Tom Club. Martin.
Karl, this also applies the other way around, because when you hear the truth, you instinctively know, you can feel it that this is right, you know. How do we know that if we didn't know that before?
Yeah, it's more than clear. It was always there.
It was always there, yes.
It's not something new.
But this is on the experiential level. I mean, I felt it many times, you know, when
What you feel, it goes again. Because the feeling you felt is like the absence of the presence of not knowing. Then there is a presence of knowing, or whatever knowledge is there. In the absence of one who doesn't know, there is knowledge. But then there comes the presence of the knower again, and then by love you fall in love with that one again, and then not knowing is there. Because that needs to pretend not to know, otherwise it cannot survive.
But the feeling, as you said, once there is the feeling, there is already the knower that don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Because
already.
the feeling, as you said.
It's even the absence. It needs one who then feels the presence, which is in spite. Even that already. Then you step out again. No, even that feeling it's separated.
that separation. Call it feeling, call it recognition, call it whatever, but in the moment, there is the absolute clarity that this is right, this is correct. Is that the knower coming in and judging it again?
Yes.
No, there's just the
One group, please.
there's just the absence of one who doubts.
There's just the absence of the one who does. Yes.
And then it feels like yes. There's an unpronounced yes then. And then it feels right. then there is not even feeling of right, there is rightness. Without one who is right or wrong. So the doubtful one who knows or doesn't know is just gone. It may happen by my talking, I talk you to death. That what can be talked to death can be talked to death. Killed for whatever. And then there is the doubtlessness remains as what you are, the leftover. And then for sure the doubter jumps in again and wants to make it his experience. Naturally. Because he cannot allow any interruption of his story. He has to fill it. That gap has to be filled. So it makes it his understanding, it makes it his feeling. Automatically. Otherwise he had killed himself. He cannot allow that. He has to survive. So his story, he will even take what he has not done at all. There was not his understanding. There was understanding, but he makes it his understanding. Just naturally. What? So even the non-doership, the doer, whatever, jumps in, it's my non-doing. And then I see others who don't do anything. And he thinks there's me and others. It's like the judge from Vienna, whoever's come to Ramesh. I go to Vienna and he says, I understand that whatever, has not done anything in front of me. But I have to give him 20 years for what he has not done. But I say, if you still see one who is not there, who has not done anything, you take it wrong. The whole understanding is wrong. There's no one who sees anyone in that non-doership, non-seership. If you still one who sees and understands there is no one who did something, you still see one too many who has not done something. Then you have to put him into prison, then you feel guilty, as you could do. It's an infinite story of that understanding you take as your understanding and you become one who understood there is no doership, but you make it a non-doership.
The absence of the doubter is, and as no minutes could bear with me, is a nice moment, but then immediately there is the claiming, and then immediately comes the helplessness.
Yeah, and you cannot stop it.
You cannot claim it, so now it's
No,
always a double-edged sword.
but it's unavoidable.
It's unavoidable, so.
Your helplessness, you cannot avoid that. Whatever the phantom takes the story. He will write the story, he will write a diary infinitely.
But when you claim it, it's like a love, and then hate comes immediately afterwards. So it's always that play between the comfort and discomfort in the moment.
No, if he feels comfortable by that understanding, he wants to keep it, and by wanting to keep it, it's gone already.
Yeah, so it's always then.
So he cannot have it, thanks God. It will never be his. It will never be his, thanks God. If he would keep it, if he could stay in that understanding, he would be a master of understanding. He would be the master of knowledge. And thanks God, knowledge cannot be mastered by anyone. Thanks God, it has to be fleeting for him. It is just slipping away the next moment by him wanting to keep it. Thanks God, it cannot be kept by anyone. Not by you, for sure.
Yeah, sure. Then it fleets, and then the frustration.
Thanks God, you get frustrated. Who wants you to be happy?
I know. Dead tomb cannot be.
Imagine if it would be a happy devil who can control existence. Imagine that devil, me, can control that what is existence. That's already hell, and you want to control it, and then you suffer that you cannot control. So you have to suffer. I like your suffering. And I don't want to change it.
So that's why you said earlier understanding is controlling.
Absolutely.
It's controlling.
It's part of control business.
But what understanding also in its nature takes over the phantom, which is
Never takes over anything. There is no two in understanding. How can it take over something? There is no need of understanding. That is understanding. There is no, there was never any problem for what you are. And the phantom is not known by anyone. It needs two. One who knows the phantom.
So what is happening with all of us here? There's a process of understanding.
There's no process. We are not in a not in a courtroom. We are not in a process, and no one has to justify what he has not done. But everyone tries to justify what he has not done because that makes him important. That makes him some weight. So So he makes its grammatic of words, he makes take drums on this fleeting shadow he is. The shadow needs always some weight, heavyweight champion. When he is enlightened, he is a heavyweight champion of enlightenment or of realization. Then he really can. Like if the Taoists, they want to become light, a light body, they want to make whatever, just to survive, just to make whatever. Fantastic. It never ends. Even in the shamanism, I went in Mexico, all that the Castaneda sings, and it's all about controlling freedom. All the understanding, all the sorcery, all that, and that's trying to understand is part of sorcery. You want to charm yourself. You want to be the charmer of yourself, the snake charmer, of the kundalini, of energy. That and you imagine if I can control energy, I would be happy, then I would be in peace.
So it's inherently its own nature.
Yes,
It's
you cannot,
moving, so
you cannot
get
blame
away
it.
from that.
No, it will always be there. You have to be in spite of that, what you are. As you are already in spite of it. Just be what you cannot not be. And that there was never any even idea of truth or seeking or anything. And the rest will never stop. So like someone claims, I'm not miserable anymore, the misery is gone. But who cares? He doesn't care about the others then. If he claims for him the misery is gone and sees others still in misery, what is that? If you follow me, I can show you, I can give you whatever the happiness you're looking for. It's another carrot in hell. Yeah. All the promises are empty, thanks God.
Karl, going back just a little bit, when you were talking about non-dualship, every time you're talking about it, I'm getting a sense inside me from what Guruji had said, and the way we're saying it here. Is Guruji only talked about non-dualship as a verb, as something that describes one aspect, not as something you become or something you get or something you can claim. He said that when there is enlightenment, the sense of dualship is gone. So that doesn't mean that's all that's gone. That doesn't mean that that is the only way to get there. He's just describing one facet, and which I think you'll agree with, because
non-dualship for me, if you ask me, is like consciousness is that what is, and consciousness is the actor, and that what is acted and what is acted.
Which is not exactly
that's all.
what he was describing.
There's just not a relative doer.
That is not a relative
That's all.
doer.
There
He
is
was describing non-dualship as a part of the nature of nature.
It's not a part of it. That is that meditation.
When there is no
Meditatorship is more like, it's like meditation without a meditator. That's a natural state. Meditation. That's all. That's the nature of consciousness, not knowing consciousness.
Yeah.
There is no consciousness who is conscious about consciousness. There is no actor who is different from the action. That's all. But there is not one who can claim that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Guruji did not have in mind to create a gymnasium of non-doers, a gym where...
But I meet them everywhere.
They don't get it, Guru.
But doesn't matter. I have to kill them.
Yes,
or I try to kill them. I know out of whatever concept, which has to be a concept, non-doership, there will be the devil who makes his tool from it.
A tool from it. Yeah. That's one of the things Guruji would repeat continuously. This is not a tool for you to use in life.
Yeah, but they will use it as a tool. It's unavoidable.
But what else can you do except for tell us that you can't?
I just slap them. I hammer them. I hammer them. I hammer them.
Exactly.
What else?
Yeah.
And if one comes and whatever, as I said, if you want to, do I have free will or not? It's already too late. It's already too late. The shadow asked something and wants to know if he never had anything anyway. And then having or not having is just having not is too much having.
So hammering is also a tool to crack open.
There is no crack. I'm hammering on a rubber nail. I am hammering on a rubber nail. The rubber nail will always pop up again. And you will see it, there's no way out. I'm hammering, and I have fun with hammering. But not because I'm expecting something from it. There's no crack in it. Never will be any crack in existence. Never has to be cracked, open. There's no way of opening it. It's more than open. It's more than an open secret. No, this is fun. I have to present entertainment. This is meditation. Meditation in the nature of your natural state is meditating without a meditator, so there is no expectation in it. I don't expect anyone to understand anything here. Come on. Who do you think you are?
But you do it in a nice way. For example, Krishna, when he tried to bring the same knowledge to Arjuna, it was more conflictual, it was more difficult for Arjuna. Than for us.
It's always adjusting to the circumstance. Yeah, but it's always right. It's always adjusting to the circumstance. I'm always talking to the leftovers anyway. They went to all the other gurus, to Oshos, to Sai Babas and all of that, and now they are fed up from everything maybe, and now I can hammer on this whatever, because I always get the leftovers, the hopeless cases. And who still has a little hope somewhere, they go anyway, soon, after 10 minutes or so, if they have some hope left. They go, but the hopeless cases, they may stay, and then I can talk to myself. Everyone is invited, but whatever. No, I like. What is else? No, it's already the ripeness is already there, has to be there, otherwise you're already so fed up with all whatever you've done or not. It's already the tendency is, and then maybe a little spark. Yeah, the little spark kills the spark, and then the fire remains. I can make beautiful words, which mean nothing, but I could, if I could. No. I can only do my best, but I know it's never good enough. And you can see it. I can represent the helplessness. I can show you the helplessness. What else can I do? It's not good enough, but I still try. And the peace is there because there's no one who expects any results. And I'm not here to make anyone realize anything. And if there's a teacher who is expecting something, learn something, what he is preaching, then you're in trouble. Then you ask yourself all the time, is it good enough what I do? Is it really shows some results? Is whatever I say making someone this and this? No idea.
But I feel right now that having sat for whatever it is with my teacher, I recognize the helplessness without a doubt.
Yeah, but that's a good company.
I totally recognize the helplessness, even though everything is being done.
But that's a good company. That's a good company. But it's not because the concepts are taught to you.
It's not because.
It's not because the concepts which are given to you. It's just the absence of a presence of whatever. It's actually the absolute absence of any presence of separation, which is good company. And by that you naturally that is your attraction. This is so attractive that you only for that you can give up the hell and the devil and all you can imagine. You need that as a whatever, that you can give up that in a way. And I present just that, and you become a total addict to that. And by the total addiction, you just give up all the relative addictions of relative knowledge, relative understanding. All of that becomes pfft. Compared to that, everything is just pfft. What? Being the natural state, being what? Beyond all imaginary happiness and fulfillment, to be that. Only that, by that, to be that, you give up all that whatever dream. But that cannot be transmitted. I can just take maybe whatever can be taken, but and show you it can never be given, or all that pointers I can do, but if it happens, it's meant to happen anyway. Every word I say is meant to be said. And if this word is like a key experience for you, whatever, and it opens absolute that what you are, it will happen. So that way I talk so much. because I don't know what word it is. It can be very profound, whatever, mundane words or no idea. So it's like a secret code. Talking. No, I can only talk about this tralala here, because whatever I have done going to Mexico and Peyote 5, all of that was all futile, thanks God. There was always what I am, uninterrupted what I was. There. I just, that what, whoever what else was like attracted to something. And the attention could not help it. It had to be fall in love with the next. And then you see, even if you go to Arunachala, to the light of Shiva or anything, you see even that is fleeting, because it's sometimes there, sometimes not. But you are uninterrupted. So even the light of Shiva doesn't bring you anything. Even the awareness, whatever, the origin of the universe, which is light, which is like creating the whole manifestation, is just an idea. It's just an imaginary sensational experience for what you are. Because you are already prior even to the origin of the whole universe. Fantastic. But what made me go there and experiencing that? I have no idea. In spite of whatever, this moment by moment happened. And then it's just there. Naturally. It was always there. But then it just, okay. A split second, even the light of Shiva is only the light of Shiva, but not what? So, homelessness, nature. Never resting. Okay. If even you cannot rest in the light of Shiva, in the light of awareness, who cares? If even that is not delivering what you're looking for. Poof. So fuck it all. Then the next is the next. If the next is the whatever sip of coffee, it's a sip of coffee. If the next is the awareness of Shiva, the light of Shiva, let it happen. It's all fine, but not good enough for you, as you cannot rest in it anyway. There is no rest for what you are. Thanks God. In no understanding, in no whatever pleasure or comfort, you can rest. It all comes and goes. But you still are what you are. Never more or less as what that. That's why they call it peace. There's a peace which was always there. That absolute peace, that shanti, which is what you are, uninterrupted. Never more or less. Uninterrupted silence. Never disturbed by anything. That one what was disturbed was already not just an imaginary I, was disturbed from another imaginary sensational circumstances. But what you are was never disturbed by anything. Uninterrupted silence in its nature, which is never, never. And I'm talking into that. I'm not caring about the phantom having a better time or anything. I'm talking to that silence. What is what I am. Just be that. That's your natural state. That nature of meditation, which is silence. In action. But silence in action is still silence. So whatever.
So in this existence, the phantom has its name. When I call you, you respond. So there is someone who continues as phantom.
No, there is not someone, there is a reaction, reacts to another reaction.
That's right.
That's all.
It's always react.
Yeah, if this thing wakes up, then it's reacting to something. Reacting to reaction, reaction, reaction.
And what is reaction? What is the result of reaction is not determined, because this after all is a phantom. But the important point is the phantom has his name. And phantom responds, that is a fact. I call you, you just respond to me.
Sometimes I respond to Tom too.
Pardon?
Sometimes I respond to Tom. Because sometimes I give myself the name Tom.
That's okay, but whatever I call you, even I call you hey. Even I call you hey, you respond.
That's why many people come to India and changing the name. Before they were Clara and now they are Shanti.
It's okay. But he responds anyway.
Yeah, it's like if you, then there is a reaction of like a sensational experience. Like there is an action and reaction, seems like. but even the action is already a reaction of all the actions before. So this body is a fruit body which was already infinite times incarnated. This energy which is now incarnated as this body was incarnated and will be incarnated in infinite different informations. And one information reacting to another information. But the origin of whatever information you cannot find in the information. So there's not what I am reacting. It's just one information reacting to another information. Infinitely. Never ending, whatever. But there is a chain of reaction. There is no action-reaction in it. It's only a chain of reaction. One chain is the reaction to another, and an infinite chain of reactions.
This is question comes of reaction only when there is a question that whether that entity, the phantom, is doing something or not doing something.
No,
and he is doing it and it's a reaction.
The whole thing starts with one who thinks he is the actor.
No, yeah.
Then
one who is thinking that he is his own actor, but he is as an entity. This body mind is an entity.
I don't know.
With the senses.
If you call it,
yeah.
But for me it's, I don't know.
And this, I'm talking related to absolute terms. In that related to absolute terms, there is someone who is enlightened.
There's a phantom
who is living in the void or whatever.
Relative enlightened.
Related to absolute.
No, there is no absolute enlightenment. No one can ever be absolute enlightened. In enlightenment there is no one.
There is no one.
So there is no possibility of one who can be enlightened.
But there is someone who knows there is no one.
No.
And that is in your words, it's called phantom.
No, there is no one who knows that. Just what this is prior or in spite over whatever this one can imagine. There is no one. You cannot say there is the absolute one or anything. There is just the absolute. There is no one. The absolute doesn't have to be one, and there is no one knower or anything. There is just knowledge. There is just silence. Now in action takes that whatever is the loudspeaker, this loudspeaker of silence, speaking to the listener, which is like a microphone of silence. That loudspeaker talking to a microphone of silence. So the silence there is not different from the silence here. So that microphone, that body is a microphone, and this is a loudspeaker of silence.
So it's an instrument from that things are happening, energy is happening. But still you are calling it the loudspeaker.
Yeah, but the loudspeaker has no own life. So there is no one.
But you are calling it a loudspeaker.
Yeah, but calling it just by that we can talk.
So that is the role of every individual or every cell in this world. The movement is not his own. But there are instruments, there is loudspeaker, there is...
Like this camera. The camera, there are 7 billion cameras, but that what is looking through the camera is not the camera.
It's not the camera, yeah. But the fact is, camera is there.
Maybe.
You just call it a
but
camera.
It cannot
you don't call it something else.
No, but you have to ask, is the camera real? Because the camera is there sometimes and sometimes not. So it cannot be real. That's why it's called the camera is and is not. It's just an experience of a camera, but the camera is not. You cannot say there is a camera.
That's true, sir, that's I agree. But still there is a name. If I call you, how do I call you? I don't call you something else and then you respond.
Oh, I
just call you Karl.
Okay.
It's like that. So there is a role, like Arjuna has his role. He has to do what he did.
The dream is
whatever he did.
The dream is dreamt, and the dream there are dream objects, and you call them whatever, but they are still dream objects. That's all.
I agree with that, sir. I agree with
Why not? And they don't have to go for you to be what you are. You don't have to rename them.
But our teaching is that object is not the doing. This camera is not doing. Something is happening to the camera.
Yeah, then you confirm.
That's where the understanding
But then you say the camera is real, because then there is something what goes through the camera. No, for me there is an experience of a camera, but there is no reality in it. So I don't have to know that there is something going through the camera. It's just an expression of energy, and then the expression of whatever.
That's false on his place. That's okay. That's
so I have no concern about the camera. No, all this understanding that this is like an apparatus where things happening. Yeah, take it like that. But if it gives you some peace of mind, fine. But for what you are, it means nothing.
But that peace of mind knows what he is.
No.
That's where it's the same thing what you're saying. That it's not you. It is the source is doing
But it's
as
still,
you.
it's still a relative realization.
Relative. I agree with that.
So it's fine. If it brings you.
But it has been told to you that what is your place? What is your place? You're
My
not
place.
the doer. It's the source who's doing, and it comes to it falls on the same place.
It's a
Because
trick.
In manifested, you
It's-
are the name.
Yeah, but this whatever was giving, this what understanding is giving to you is just a trick that by that understanding that the one who understands gets annihilated. That's all. It's like a trick. It's a recipe for that there is no cook. That the cook sees that there is no one who made any recipe that takes the cook away. And that's maybe like a trick. But if it works or not, it's not in anyone's hand.
That's true.
It may or
That's
not.
agreed, yeah.
So it's like another.
But the only thing is when nothing talks to nothing, then nothing can be talked. There is someone there who is with the ignorance, who is something which is not true, not true, false. And he doesn't know that he is false. And that started from some time, not from the childhood. That started from the age 1, 2, and then he's grown with that falseness. And then somebody came and then just pointed out, or somebody of his own question or whatever.
No, I don't agree with that process. Because if there would be a process of conditioning, there is one who can be conditioned and then he could be
There is.
unconditioned. I don't agree with that. It's not my field. All of that is ignorance.
I agree with you, sir.
Wonderful, but describing it's a dream, like, or understanding the dream is still in part of the dream. I have no interest in it.
It is dream, you call it a dream, it's play, you call it a play, but it is not his own property. But that is the knowledge.
No, I tell you, it is your property. It's your absolute property. You are that. I'm not taking anything away of it. You don't have to leave your relative property to be what you are.
But as nothing, I have to do anything for this property. I'm just happy with my own self. That's okay, that's what you are saying.
I'm saying happiness is being what you are, and you are that.
Okay, yeah.
But not understanding if
But
this
I am
apparatus.
in this world of property as an instrument, and then things
No, you are
happening.
not that. You experience yourself, but by that experience you are not the apparatus. You are not the apparatus by experience the apparatus. You are not that body tralala. You're experiencing, but it doesn't make you that what you experience. You never become that what you experience. You are the absolute dreamer, you are not become a dreamer. But now you become a dreamer.
I
Now
never experienced
you
that.
want to
I'm
understand that you are dreamed by someone.
No.
It's not my
No,
field.
No, sir. Neither I'm experiencer, nor I am doer, nor I am talking,
You are
nor
the
I am listening.
you are
These
the
things are happening, sir.
You are the absolute experiencer.
That's true. Even
So-
the response is happening. But there is someone who is responding. There is some character. That's you call it phantom. That's okay. And someone call it an ego. And that ego has some wrong understanding, some false understanding, which is called ignorance or whatever. You've grown with that. Everyone grows with that. And that's why manifestation is like this. So there is some content in that. There is some continuity in that. You say that it will always continue in spite of that continuation. You are. That's what you're saying, and it's the same. It falls on the same place.
Yeah, and there is even that understanding is false. False. Whatever you understand is false.
Okay,
Even
I
that
agree.
this apparatus is just play is all false. Absolutely false. And if I say it's fine for me if it gives some peace of mind for some, I have no problem with it. But if you ask me, false. Any moment you exist is false.
When the instrument knows that it's just an instrument, there is no question of peace of mind. It
But-
falls on the same place.
But the instrument never knew anything. How can an
Yeah,
instrument
that's
know
okay, but
something?
He should know that he
He
cannot
should-
do.
there is
He's
no
not a
should.
doer.
There is no should. There's no need of him to know anything. What is there to know?
But ignorance made him know that.
No. There was never any.
He's grown such a way that he knows everything.
No, you still try to confirm what needs to be confirmed, but I don't confirm this little one. There was never any problem in the first place. Now you cannot make it a problem because there is one who is conditioned. I don't find anyone who is conditioned.
He's reaching at the point that there was no at the problem. That's how he reached at the point, by knowing that he's not a doer and
Yeah, but
things are happening.
that's why I'm sitting here. I'm not sitting in a
Yes,
teacher place
right.
somewhere. That you may understand that you're like only an apparatus or loudspeaker. I have no interest in that. I can just tell from what I am, that. And I'm not interested in anyone's pleasurable, comfortable mind or something. I have no interest in comfortable mind things. Making a peaceful mind, I have no interest.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But you are telling the truth and then false as a false. That's okay.
And I even say whatever I can say is false. Thanks God. False, false, false. It's a song of falsity.
That's true.
Even every single understanding is false.
Karl,
Thanks God.
This is also an example.
You what?
Isn't it another example of the clinging? The clinging to the ego.
Yes, that's what-
Who knows that it doesn't exist, but who knows the ego?
Who
So coming
knows that?
back to the
Who
ego,
knows
to
that it
the
doesn't
false.
exist?
Yes, this is.
But that is always
This is
why
the
I.
clinging to
Yeah, but
something, but
that's why they all since ages and thousands of years, your knowledge is in deep, deep sleep. In the absolute absence of anyone who has any idea of what he is and is not. You are that. And to know yourself as that, as here and now, is that what you are. And the rest is bullshit. Yeah, I can just repeat it.
That's what you're doing. Consistently.
Same words. So anything that's cognized and recognized as bullshit.
Dream. It's neither bullshit or not, it's just dream. None of that can make or unmake you. That's all. You're not made by anything and you cannot be unmade by something. It's just the thing that what you are, what is knowledge and nature. Your nature cannot gain or lose anything. That's all. By any understanding you don't gain anything. The knowledge you are is not more by that. This is just an apparatus, tralala, and energy goes through. It's fine, it's all good words and thing, and there's an understanding, there's an unconditioning of who? Who needs to be unconditioned?
It's like you
Find
said, there's
one.
no lineage and there's no conditioning and non-conditioning either.
Yeah, if the, whatever you say, you should, is in Germany, should is rubbish. There is no should in you. You never should, there is no should. There was never any moment you were experiencing, there was never any suffering about anything. There's only moment by moment the experience of what you are, in whatever way. And there's never any end of that. And by no understanding you can end that. There's no happy end in it, that you understand you are just an apparatus, energy plays you, and all, so you get a headache out of it. You have to remember it even. But imagine even the truth has to be remembered. What bullshit truth would it be? It needs to be remembered by someone. Only by a member of something. You need to remember. Who wants to be a member of something? I think the club they take you as a member, I would not be a member of. Or me. There's no membership.
So life living itself.
Life living itself, moment by moment. And you cannot escape what you are. I can just repeat it. You cannot avoid being that, what is reality, realizing itself moment by moment. And you are not this little whatever. So I'm speaking to the big one. And many complain, come down to my level. No, I don't come down to your level. Yeah, who can say things like that? Not being stoned. There is no fear here, I tell you. What is there to fear? I'm always right, even if I'm wrong. What's the problem?
The same with us.
There is no us in it. There are many asses, but not us. Us.
You're always right.
You see? Again.
It's all fault.
It's all my fault. No, it's all fine. If I don't go to any whatever who goes to a butcher wants to buy a good piece of meat and thinking that makes him satisfied. That is like, but this is like understanding that you are just like an apparatus and the energy goes through. It's like you go, it's a nice piece of meat. It makes you for a moment satisfied. Temporary satisfaction may happen. A temporary peace of mind may be there. But then the next that you forget it again and you're in the same misery again. This is like this Yoga Vashista. It's all about it. Rama realizing that whatever, blah, and then the sage, okay, see you next time. Because that realization, which is new, will be out again. See you next time. Bye-bye. So you have to be in spite of any realization. It will never be deep enough. It will never be good enough. Any understanding is misunderstanding. Thanks God. No understanding can make you control what you are. Thanks God. And knowledge cannot be reached or attained by anything. Understanding I'm not the doer, oh my goodness, sounds good. We can talk about it. We can talk about whatever you realize now will be gone tomorrow. And you still have to be what you are. In spite of that, whatever, precious understanding. In spite of that, precious whatever. But I know it's a Lord of the Rings. The most purest heart, this Frodo, could not drop the ring of power. He could not. He was standing in front of awareness. That awareness can, only awareness is whatever fire can burn down this control thing. He could not. The purest heart. Could not. And then the circumstance had to be like he was biting his finger off and then by accident, no one wanted it. No one can want that. It fall down just by what? In spite of all whatever happens. It just, and then it was, then they all go home and it starts again. No, I like this initiation movies. Existence makes movies that you maybe initiate and show you that you cannot help it. The whole Bible is infinite times, whatever, the scriptures, the scripts are always there, of helplessness. There's even Jacob, whatever, burning bushes and all of that. Helplessness, and even God could not help him. Even Krishna in the Mahabharata, I'm here, I created everything. And now I cannot change anymore. I'm as helpless as you. I cannot change my own creation. Everything is already there, the pointers, everywhere you can see them.
Krishna's whole clan was destroyed in a very brutal manner after the Mahabharata. Krishna could not help that either.
Sure.
His whole clan, his descendants, everybody was destroyed.
So existence is helpless.
Helplessness.
Helplessness.
It's your nature.
Nature.
There's the absolute but that's the happiness. That is the Almighty. That is called Advaita, no second.
Can you explain that? When you say that is existence is helplessness and that's happiness?
Yes. Because there's the absolute absence of anyone who is happy or unhappy, or there's no one there or not there who can or cannot control himself or know himself. That's knowledge. And that knowledge is happiness. The absolute absence of any presence who could be happy or unhappy. That's Ananda. Not knowing Ananda, being Ananda.
So that is one, Advaita, totally.
That's Advaita.
One Advaita.
Non-duality.
Advaita.
But there is no one who is happy. So this is not an experience of happiness.
There's no softening in it, it's just...
No. And there is no process to that. Never was, never will be. You cannot get closer to what you are. As you cannot closer, the beauty of you cannot get closer, you cannot go further away. You cannot go astray by going astray, and you cannot go closer by going inward or anywhere. There is no closer and there is no further. All of that is dream. You cannot not be what you are. And there is no close-up. Awareness is as far away as everything. A dream. Whatever awareness is understanding, whatever consciousness is understanding, is a dream understanding. Even consciousness is a dream for what you are. For consciousness, that's too much. Then it wants to come down to my level. No, I don't come down to your level. Consciousness. Nisargata, what is saying? In spite not needing consciousness, is still there. So what to do? He was one of them, pointing onto it. This I amness, this consciousness, whatever it is, no one needs it. It's still there. So what? Let it be. What to do? That's a famous what to do. Said since thousands of years, people sit what to do. Whatever you do or don't do makes you more or less as you are. So what to do? That's all. What to do? Do something and do it. But don't expect that you get more. And by not doing less. You are what you are and you are that. So be absolute that what is what you are. Who holds you away from it? No one. Just your whatever, greedy, whatever, being greedy for yourself. But even that you cannot it's fantastic, huh? This helplessness. You fall in love with yourself. Oh no, why not? Does it make you more? No. Does it make you less? No. Being in love or out of love, what's the problem? And being in love, you're in passion. There's a passion running. Passion for yourself. But does it make you more or less as you are? No. Is there more compassion? No. Compassion is your nature and cannot be gained. Your acceptance. More acceptance is not possible. Acceptance is the absolute absence of any presence who has or has not acceptance. It will never be enough acceptance what you have. In having there is no acceptance. Maybe there's a close-up. When you accept, it will never be accept. You can never accept enough. But even that is already part of this dream. I can say acceptance is your nature. And your nature is the absence of an idea of nature. So you are not a concept. But whatever you imagine to be is a concept, that's all. And by none of that concepts or understanding, you can attain what you are. In no way. And there's no closer. Thanks God. You all should go into the closet. The things is closer.
And there is no helplessness.
Huh?
There is no helplessness either. There is nothing.
No, it's a nice concept.
Nice concept, yes.
Helplessness is the absence of one who can or cannot help himself. I like it. It's like selflessness. The self in the absolute absence of a self who knows or doesn't know itself.
Yes.
It neither knows or doesn't know itself.
Yes.
It just is self.
Yes.
That's called selflessness
Yes.
or helplessness. The absolute. Lessness is absolute. It's just another word for absolute. Lessness is the absence of any possibility of connecting or not connecting to what you are. Lessness. In French they have no lessness. It's hard to be French.
There is no absolute.
No absolute. No absolute they have. If it would depend on languages, you become a sandwich. A piece of meat between hamburger, Frankfurt. It's so nice that no understanding can ever deliver anything. Then you can play with, it's like a play of, oh, I understood. Oh, I didn't understand. Oh, today I didn't. This carelessness I taught is not about, it's never about having or not having. It's not about more or less or deeper or higher or, oh. Mamma mia.
Because the understanding that could be, it's worth understanding is what you can understand in deep sleep.
No,
That's the point.
That was even harder than hard to understand.
So fine. So this living that's happening in relative life, 6 planets?
7 now, maybe.
Whatever, 7 million people. Nothing is more, nothing is less. It is as it is.
No, in a dream there is more or less. More or less money, I like more money. In the dream I like more money, but for what I am it doesn't make me more or less if I have or don't have more. So in the dream there is. And in the dream even
so
if we say...
fear, suffering, all that is in the relative dream, you can get closer, you can get further.
But that's peace.
And some, in a relative sense, recognize that and have that which is.
No. No, I'm talking about the absolute advantage that there is no one who, there was never anyone who needed any advantage. That's the natural state of what you are. That's nature.
So the seed or an idea of needing advantage is also part of the.
It's part of realization, but it's not reality. Whatever you can say is part of realization.
Part of realization. So this which realizes is
cannot get more or less by whatever way it's realizing itself. Reality has nothing to gain or to lose in the way it is realizing itself. If it's realizing itself in the most stupid way, it doesn't get stupid. If it's realizing it in the most clever way, intellectual way, it doesn't get more intellectual. Knowledge is always knowledge. Reality can never gain or lose anything in whatever way it is realizing itself, but it has to realize itself. So to be what is reality is what you cannot not be. And that what you cannot not be is realizing itself moment by moment. It cannot not realize itself, so you have to realize
so
yourself.
Likewise, it goes with compassion, love, all. It cannot not be that. You cannot gain it or lose it. It is.
You are love. You can say you are love, but you don't have love for anyone. And in that love, there is no lover and no beloved. But by that love, it's realizing itself as a lover and loving and beloved. But the love cannot be found in the lover, the loving or the beloved. It was never lost in it. And whatever love you find in that relative relationship with the beloved is it's not that love. It's a realization of it, but it's not that love you're looking for. But your longing is always for what you are. And the fulfillment of that longing is just being what you cannot not be, which was always there. It's not something new. But by non-whatever fulfillment in that relative dream, you can gain that fulfillment just by being what you are, which was never. So the fulfillment was always there. The absolute fulfillment, and no relative fulfillment, can whatever gives you that absolute fulfillment just by being that what you are. But still you have to look. It's amazing. No one can ever explain why that what is the absolute became a seeker seeking himself. That what is a seeker. You cannot solve the problem because there was never any problem. That's the problem. There was never any problem in it. That what is the absolute reality, realizing itself as an absolute realizer, in an absolute realizing what can ever be realized. All of that is absolute in nature. So there was never any problem. Your next sip of coffee is the absolute experiencing of what you are. They are only absolute experiences of what is the absolute experiencer experiencing himself in whatever possible and impossible way. There was never any whatever closer or anything. Even that is an experience of what you are. Being closer or not close, all of that is experiencing the way, whatever way. And you cannot miss one little aspect. Even of a painful whatever event or anything, the sufferer, the experience of a sufferer you cannot avoid. You have to be what you are in spite of the experience of a sufferer suffering about something. In spite of the me, in the misery of separation, you are that. If you want to heal that one, you become a doctor. Then you are part of the dream. It's like you're in the madhouse. This is a madhouse for sure. And if you want to make this sane, then you become insane too. That's insanity. You become a doctor for the crazy ones. You have to be the sane, the health itself, just by being what you are. And that never needs to be more healthy, because it was never sick. And that sickness, which now is seeking, came and will go again. So it's like a fleeting guest. Comes and goes, and then the next guest comes. But the house is still the house. The home is still the home. But for what is home, there is no one at home. And then maybe in the dream there is like a guest appearing and disappearing. But what you are is still what it is. And the home doesn't get more or less as what it is. So Om, home. All home. All this.
So what you're talking about is the limitation of the mind. It's like to whatever we can get is not what we can get, to whatever we understand is whatever we don't understand. So it's like, or you see it as a block or you see it as a space. It's the same thing, but it's going nowhere.
The main thing is that it doesn't give or take anything away from what you are, that's all. That's the main whatever. Your nature has nothing to gain or to lose, to see it as a block or as space or whatever.
Yeah.
The way you see or experience yourself doesn't make you more or less as you are. And there are infinite ways.
Unchangeable.
By all the changes or whatever differences, you can never become different. And you never became different. So there's no way back to anything. The indifferent, what you are, which is always indifferent in all the differences, is always what it is. Never changing. It's always nice, this gold, taking many ornaments and jewelries and things, it's still gold, and then you melt it down and it still will be what it is. Never loses its whatever nature. So there are many pointers to that. But the play goes on.
How, I don't know how to phrase the question anymore, but how did this realization, like I said, I don't know how to phrase it. How did it come to you?
It didn't come.
Was it from the time you were young? Did it come somewhere? Something must have made this right.
There are many events. Do you have time? 56 years, moment by moment, because I cannot find any special one. It's like it needed you cannot know what's more or less important in it, because having in the morning not a good piece of bread, maybe it was the best not having a piece of bread. Or we never know. But it led to, and I say this whatever veil of ignorance that you fall in love came to you. It will be gone one day, that you can see. And you still will be what you are. In spite of all the process, in spite of all the events of so-called this story of this body, tralala, it was always there. Never, not because of the events I was, and you are not because of your being born by your mother or anything, you are that. So in Zen they say, what was your face before you were born? You are the facelessness, who takes infinite faces, but itself it has no face. So you are what can never be imagined, but it is imagining itself in whatever can be imagined. But it's never what it's imagining. It's always that origin. And origin, imagining itself being the origin, is still in imagination. But that what is imagining the origin can never be imagined. So that what is imagining Brahman, the para-Brahman, imagining to be Brahman is not becoming Brahman, it's already Brahman. There's no becoming for you.
So when something is full, you cannot be less full or more full. It's full.
That's why the emptiness cannot be more empty. And fullness cannot be more full. But you are fooled by both. Because Nisargadatta makes it two advisors, like emptiness, wisdom, promising you by nothingness you will be happy, and then the fullness of love, promising by the fullness you will be happy. And both cannot make you more happy as you are, or less happy. Both are two wonderful advisors, but no one can make you wiser as you are. So the love cannot make you fuller, and the emptiness, the wisdom cannot make you more empty. You are the emptiness already, and you are the fullness. When there's fullness, you are the fullness, and when there's emptiness, you are the emptiness. But you are not the emptiness, and you are not the fullness. You are that. By that the emptiness is and the fullness is.
It's neither this, neither that.
Neither that, that's the middle path. And meanwhile the flow goes on. So there are many good pointers, but
Ramesh should often mention when an element was infused for a seeker nature to manifest itself, and then destiny brings that.
Unavoidable.
So it is an infusion that was done before, and there was no individual who chose to be a seeker.
That's Krishna's blueprint. It's like a blueprint of existence, of manifestation. It's already, everything is designed. The scripture is it's already filmed, the movie is done. This is, in this scene even, you saw already infinite times. There is no creation which was created. There is no creator who was created. That realization in nature is reality. There is no difference. So this, whatever. The main thing is you cannot avoid to be what you are. And by being what you are, you have to realize yourself. You have to experience yourself in whatever possible, because you started to dream. And this dream is as absolute as you are. No way out. Call it a dream, call it whatever. Realization. And all of that is only there because you are. And because you are, life is living. But there is no one at life. And no one is alive in anything.
When you say you are, means you exist, and so it is seen. You did not exist.
No, you are the non-beingness and you are the beingness. When there is non-beingness, you are the non-beingness. When there is beingness, you are the beingness. But you are not the beingness and you are not the non-beingness. You are that what is yes, or that whatever is beingness or non-beingness. In shamanism, I think that you think that you are real McCoy, the real whatever, the reality. There's two absolute sides. The one side is a manifested side. In that dream of manifestation, there is a creator creating what can be created, or what can be experienced, all of that side. And then the other side is the unmanifested side, the non-beingness, the I amness and the non-beingness of the whatever, emptiness. And every night, your vision, your perception, experience in the non-beingness. It doesn't mean that you are not awake, that you are not what you are. So in the non-beingness experience, you're in the deep, deep sleep. You exist in the total absence of any experiencer experiencing something. You exist. And then it exists in the morning, just wakes up in one point of this manifestation, like in this Karl, and then you experience Karl. But it doesn't mean you become Karl by that experiencing this Karl in this body. And then this Karl maybe becomes more or less realized. Why not? But that more or less realized Karl is still an experience of what you are. But you never became by that anything. You're always that. Just to make it And then you are that which wakes up and look in 7 billion camera positions. And there's day and night. There's never-ending story of the seer seeing what can be seen. The realization never stops, never started. But you take, this is like, you take it personal, when you sleep the world doesn't exist maybe, you doubt it or something. No, this is as never born, never dying as you are. And you are that.
That's why you tell people sometimes, yeah, go kill yourself or see if the world doesn't exist.
Yeah. In theory, this guy comes and says, I think when I sleep, when I'm not, the world is not. I say, let's see, jump. We were on the sixth level of a building. Jump, let's see. No, but then I cannot, but maybe we see. Even if you not, we still are. Just be generous and show us that. Even without you, the world still turns. He didn't jump. It was Danish.
He was Swiss.
The German are right, but the French are always on top of it. Swiss?
German Swiss.
She fall in love. recognize herself in it, maybe. She remember. Thanks God I have always someone around who knows what happened. Yeah, something else.
I read somewhere that if you can tell something about it, that you were not well, you had some problem, I don't know which health problem, and then one day you were watching TV.
The migraine.
Yeah, and then you saw on a TV channel that Yudhishthir was talking to Krishna when he died, and
No, it was this this English director who made this Mahabharata. I think 3 or 4 parts. Peter Brooks. And I was just by accident. I turned to migraine, waking up, turning the tele because I could only watch television. Working, no working. I only could take refuge in this samadhi of awareness, because the pain of this whole thing the resistance was so big. I was more than French. So I had a head like this. It was burning like hell when I was awake. When I went to this light, no problem. So I rather took whatever perception, shifted to that light, awareness, no problem. But in the moment this woke up in this body again, like a head like hell. So one morning I was putting the television on, suddenly Mahabharata, whatever program. And I said, oh my goodness. And then I got involved in it. So after a while you became Arjuna, because you become this, whatever. Then Krishna talks and you really become involved. And then on and on, the whole story of Bhagavad Gita, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the end of the story is like Yudhishthira has to go, whatever, is killed, and then he goes to heaven. So all his enemies are in heaven. Says, no, I want to be with my family, but they're all in hell. Okay, let it be. And then Krishna leading him there, and then the main question is, this is hell now. If this would be forever, if this misery of whatever experience would never end, could you take that? And then Yudhishthira, I don't feel any tendency of any avoidance in me. If it will be like this, may it be. Just acceptance of the unthinkable. Never ending hell. In that acceptance, I was Yudhishthira, boof. In that acceptance, the whole brain was just boof and breakthrough, and the whole energy was gone. And from that moment on, no migraine anymore. The whole third eye controller was burnt out in one understanding. Because there was just this avoider, this controller, third eye, who wanted to control the comfort of happiness and heaven and making this. By that acceptance, being involved in that totally, whatever I like it, in that acceptance, it was not my acceptance, it just was boof. So may it be, why not? That acceptance of hell, of misery, so what? And then it comes then this understanding, then it sinks into whatever your spiritual heart, and it's like a broom who was just weeping out all the bullshit what was there, just by nature. Then there is no stopping anymore. So there is a moment of acceptance, which is absolute acceptance of whatever is and is not. And by that you cannot remain a me. The me cannot stay there. There is no possibility of remaining this little me in that acceptance. Acceptance burns you away like nothing. It's like if the sun, the inner sun is rising, they call it. This little stiff ice block just melts into that sun as nothing. And not by anything else it can be melted away, by that acceptance itself. Where there is no one who is accepting anything. Just acceptance. And then the acceptance of hell is natural, because no one minds. Hell or not hell, who cares? And then there's what to do. But it was not I cannot say on purpose I put the television on purpose I got involved, on purpose this and this happened. No, just as a moment by moment, whatever unfolding of that, and if it has to happen, then it happens like that. Even me being a Castaneda Tralala fan, dream sorcerer, blah blah blah, had to go Mahabharata, had to go whatever, not even had a sympathy of India. I never liked India or anything. And I have to go Krishna, Yudhishthira, I had to be in that. Fantastic. And then you have to come to India very often. No, actually, if I lie if I say there was nothing before. There's always something. Even in the 70s, this taking peyote for years or anything. You go in the dream state somewhere and you meet people and they all teach you. There's teaching, infinite teaching. The main teaching is of energy. The last moment of the dream, they touch your elbow or something, then the whole, whatever light goes, the energy goes through the whole system, and you wake up in your bed and you're shaking from all what energies. It's all an energy teaching in a way, if it's in this relative way, just to get used to what you are. And consciousness is always looking for someone who can take it. Some whatever apparatus who is ready for it, and it doesn't go to the madhouse afterwards, because this is mad. It can make you crazy. This energy, they call it Kundalini. If this snake wakes up in you, if you resist to it or whatever, if you want to understand it, you may up in the madhouse, or you kill yourself or anything. So, but it doesn't care. It's really goes for it. You're like crash test dummy, and if one dummy is ready to take it, then it can take it, and others not. But it doesn't care. There's a carelessness in all of that. Fantastic. So then you get prepared. If it has to meant to be that there is one who is prepared to pronounce it even and can take it, then it will happen. But not by any whatever. Maybe even if you make dynamic meditation with Osho, it's part of it. Everything. But I cannot find anything special. Even a sip of coffee is preparation. Every experience is preparation. For that, what never needs to be prepared. That's a paradox. You cannot be prepared for what you are. It is preparing you for it. You don't prepare. You get prepared as this what you think you are. And if the self is after the self makes sure that there is whatever possibility of preparation. And it knows better than anyone else what has to be done. No one else knows what has to be done as that absolute. Just by being it. And it never makes any mistake. There is no mistake in what you are. It always knows best. And it's the only one knows what is knowledge, what has to be knowledge again. And no relative whatever can teach you that. But if there is a relative teacher, even that is a self, and gives you that, what you need. But even the butcher gives you a piece of meat, is your teacher, is yourself. All of that, you cannot find any special thing in it. Even your mother not breastfeeding you, teaching you that you cannot get satisfied by your mother. You're not getting satisfied, that's teaching normally. Not getting satisfied by a girlfriend or by anything is teaching. There was in Boulder, there was a guy who said, "You're not coming now for 7-8 months to, what shall I do meanwhile? Try to satisfy your girlfriend." And his girlfriend, happy as ever. And he, that's hell for me. That's because you never can do that. That's why I tell you, if you want to do something, try to satisfy your girlfriend, because you will never succeed. She cannot be satisfied. If she would admit that you can satisfy her, she would depend on you. She would never do that. That would be hell. Sounds good. But try, and you will see. It's a good meditation. Try to satisfy your girlfriend or
You cannot
husband.
satisfy your boyfriend either. So
No, that's too easy. That's too easy. Men are.
It's a phantom idea. I don't think it's easy.
Yeah, but men are so easy. Ask them. They all know how to. You just tell them man is the biggest, the greatest. Everyone, you are the only one. Huh? Isn't it easy or not?
Yeah.
It's more than easy.
You're the best lover.
But girls, they teach you that you are not able to do it.
That's why we are here.
Yeah. That's why you exist. That's Eve.
Yes.
Eve always shows you are not good enough. You can do better.
You have Durga with a foot on top of Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva's on the ground and Durga's got a foot on top.
Yeah, come on, come up.
Ramesh has a story always. He said Adam asked God, why you make Eve so beautiful? And God said to Adam that you may love her. And he said, and why you made her so stupid? And God said to Adam that she may love you. So this is
Is that a compliment for the Eve or
no,
what?
not at all.
But she was laughing. That's
No compliment for anyone in this.
no, there are no compliments. No.
But it is both the ways. It's not only it is difficult to satisfy the girlfriend, it's difficult to satisfy other ones. It's both the ways. It's not only for one half population.
It's just a relative way is impossible, and then you try to satisfy yourself in whatever other way, inward, it's impossible. You can never get satisfied by anything. That's the beauty of it. You are satisfaction itself, and trying to become more satisfied, that's hell. There's no way of getting more satisfied. You are sat itself. You are so fulfilled by what you are, just by being what you are. There is no more to it, and no less to it. You can never be more or less as that satisfaction itself. That's why it's called Ananda. There is an Ananda of no way of satisfy yourself. Because there is no one who needs to be satisfied in the first place. That is satisfaction. There was never anyone who needed to be satisfied. Never will be. There's an experience of one, but by that experience you don't become one who is unsatisfied. That's all. So that unsatisfied, whatever, gets satisfied, who cares? Maybe, maybe not. Let him be satisfied or not satisfied. Just be what you are. Or enlightened, call it realized or anything. It will never be good enough. Thanks God.
I'm satisfied with that answer.
You're satisfied with what?
The answer.
Ah. Sorry. Yeah, any last call? No. Then we are hungry, huh? Stomach wants some. This is always hungry. It's a good, like this one. Sometimes understanding makes it, and then it gets hungry again. Never ending story. Never be defeated. You feed it all the time, it will never be defeated. How can you defeat it by feeding it? You have to starve it to death, if you say it. Starvation is not like trying to defeat it by feeding it. Fighting it makes it stronger. Okay. Thank you for, I don't know what, but thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.